Good morning, everybody. Today we are starting pea silage. Hopefully it's only going to take one day. We want to do roughly 800 to 1,000 tons, and if today goes super smooth, we will definitely be able to do that. Wow, I definitely could have washed my window as well. Maybe I should do that before any of my trucks show up here. That's a lot better. So this is probably literally the driest part of the field. You can see it's, for the most part, a light shade of green. But this is what we're chopping today. Just regular yellow peas. It's pretty good protein for the cows. So it should be a good day. Alright, so we did the first 100 yards or so. Something broke on the swather and I plugged the chopper up twice already. So that's how it started out today. Not even filled a quarter load yet. And took like 10 minutes already, so hopefully that's not what the entire day looks like. That would really suck. So we got past the low spot, so it's going quite a bit better now, but it's still an incredibly big swath, and that's just the entire field. It's just stupid heavy. We had so much rain this year. The crops are good, but it doesn't make for the funnest chopping times, so we'll just keep hacking away at it. At least we won't have to cover too many acres today to get those 1,000 tons. So we've only got a couple yards of swath left here, and the swather's not working right now, so I'm gonna go back to the yard and check it out. But the swather stopped cutting right here, and that's why there's a break in the swath, and it lumps it all up right here in one big pile, and then it gets sucked through the chopper at once and plugs up that pickup reel, which is really annoying. There's a slip clutch on that chopper that every time you plug it, it's gonna get a little bit weaker and weaker. So as the day goes on, it's gonna get a little bit worse, I think, as that thing is continuously getting weaker, but we'll see. So we're just in the silage pit here. There's like 5 meters of pea silage there still from last year. That's the first new load, this is the second one. So since that swath is not running, I can't chop, so I figured I'd come get some video of this thing dumping in here. Pretty good box full of silage right there. So he always closes the gates at the back of the box while the box is up, just so that it doesn't slam as hard. Dennis is out here trucking again. I'm seeing this guy everywhere.
Yeah, I'm here more than I am at home.
So they're just switching around the headers on the swather there. This is the haybine header, typically for cutting hay, but it's probably going to do a better job cutting those peas. That big swather header, it's pretty wide, and that much product on the table of that Draper header, it's just too much for that reel to move. The swath is too heavy. And it was leaving way too many lumps in the field. Just didn't want to cut, so we're gonna see how this works. So these are some pretty brutal lumps out here. Some more further along there. Just gonna leave them there and I'll scoop those up with the wheel loader sometime. This is where they started with that haybine header on the swather. Pretty much half as wide as where they cut it with that Draper header. So that's the biggest downside, but if I could drive a bit quicker, still be able to fill trucks pretty quickly, I think, because it is pretty heavy stuff. So he's way out there. I'm gonna have to wait until he does that headland there and then comes back down before I head, because there's definitely not enough room for the truck to drive beside the chopper here. Right beside this field of peas, we got fava beans. They're looking pretty tall. This is the first year we've grown them, and that's how tall they are compared to me. They look a little bit taller over here. So we'll see what they do tonnage wise, but apparently it's supposed to be a really good crop. Put some nutrients back in the ground as well, and nice feed. So we just did 30 acres here, and we'll see how this chops. I think this is gonna cut a lot better than these peas are. One of these guards went through, so it chewed that up, and I just checked the knives in the chopper there, and it's missing multiple knives, so the cutting bar is going to be screwed up. This is a pretty big screw up, and we're going to be down for a while. You're just going to catch it? So these are all the blades.
That one's gone.
There's one missing here.
That one's got a chunk missing. That one's gone. Oh, it's stuck. Or is that just a tractor?
Yeah, maybe if you spin it the other way.
Oh, it's stuck on something.
Reese is out here driving our truck. He's helping us out too. Now we just decided to climb up in this truck and see if we could find any of the knives. Found one right here. It's looking pretty good. That's part of the guard that started the entire mess. Can almost put this knife back in there. We're just gonna dump this load because there's gonna be a bunch of metal shards in here. We don't want to give that to the cows, so we'll just dump it probably and just leave it somewhere. See, there's some tiny metal shards, or is that paint?
Paint. Yeah.
But oh yeah, here's, yeah, see, this is a smaller metal shard. If that's in the feed, that can be really bad.
Oh, there.
Another full knife. So that's the pile we found. We're just gonna dump that load. She's put back together. Our mechanic Brent did a great job getting it back together real quick there. Probably only 2.5 hours and he's done, so that's pretty crazy. Had to switch around like 12 knives, I think. There was a bunch of broken ones in there, and then the ones that were missing. And so now we're heading back to the field. Hopefully the second half of the day goes a lot better. They're pretty far ahead cutting right now, so we won't have to wait on the swather, which is nice. And we can just go now, so hopefully second half goes better. We're back chopping again. It's going really good. That haybine header is quite a bit smaller than the swather header, so it's not a lot of room in between the swaths. So if I'm chopping this one, the trucks are driving over here, so it's quite a long blast over to fill that truck up, but it's still doable. It's working good, and we're happy to be chopping again. Up just after lunch if everything goes good. That's what it's looking like right now, blasting over the swath. It's getting pretty far ahead there, but We are all done chopping the peas. There's still about half of it on the field there, but we were only gonna go until our bunk's full, and it's full now, so we're gonna go and cover it up. I'm gonna show you guys what it takes to cover the silage pit. A ton of tires and plastic, and it's pretty hot today. The sun is shining, so it should be a good time. So my dad just grabbed some plastic. It's on a roll, chains on both sides. Then we'll just pull it out of the pit and fold it out. And then we'll probably need 3 pieces to cover this pit. So we got the 3 pieces of plastic pulled out over the pit. Now we're gonna unfold them. It's a little bit windy, so we'll see how that goes. Sometimes it'll pick the plastic up. We'll hold it down and start putting tires on top of it. So we got all the tires on the pit now, 3 pieces of plastic, and then we had to cut another small piece here. We just packed the extra in the corners of the bunks there. Now my dad's coming. He's gonna dump some dirt on the edge here, and then this pea pile will be covered. We got the pit covered, and that is gonna be it for today's video. Little preview for the next video. We got the 942 back. We're gonna do some chopping with it. So we're gonna unhook the MX285, get this thing hooked up to the JF stall there, and see how quickly I can fill up a truck with this tractor in front of the chopper. Should be a pretty fun video, so make sure you guys look out for that one. Should be a couple days. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Check out the Instagram @SaskDutchKid, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.